what are you seeing, and how would you describe sort of this sort of set of kids that are coming in that have grown up with the pandemic?
We've been doing this now. I think I'm on my 29th year of teaching.
Mhm.
And this is the first year where I stepped back in September and October and went, whoa. This is the first year in September where I could not kind of hit the ground kind of with a soft 2, 3 week review and on we go. These kids needed help in this kind of setting where there's, 21 peers. How do I interact with these kids? How do I socially and appropriately have conversations? How do I handle things when they don't go my way? And usually at this age, at this level, we're kind of past that sort of stage. So their ability to problem solve, I think that's severely impacted. I think their ability like to be resilient. And if plan A doesn't work, how do I move to plan B? I noticed that we had to spend a lot longer working on social emotional learning in the beginning. And we're just kind of getting to the spot now where, we're actually getting to the academic stuff. Well, I mean, that's not true. We've been doing it all along, but I noticed significant delays in their ability to kind of interact with each other.
You talk about the social emotional learning. It's how many months in, like 5, 6 months into the school year.
Yeah.
How have you had to adapt what you do to sort of move things along in the classroom?
Building a sense of community. They're still, for their age, they should be beyond kind of me, myself, and I. That's kind of a kindy world, preschooler world. So we've had to lay a lot of groundwork as what is it to be part of a community? How do I accept and not judge people? How do I express an opinion in a respectful way? We've had to spend a lot more time in our social emotional curriculum where we've established what's a positive relationship, what's not a positive relationship, and how do we be a part of positive interactions. We even spent time how to take turns, have conversations, so much more than normal, so much more than normal. So I think this group would probably be in the heart of COVID. They were probably, some of them would be pre-K, but then most of them would be kindergarten. So I'm guessing they spent some of that formative years where around age 3, they probably should have been out in the community, with their parent, interacting with peers their own age. So we've had to spend a lot more time on how do I interact positively and respectfully with peers my own age.
Are things coming along? Are you seeing progress and success that way?
They are, the kids are happy to be here. They're happy to have the structure. They love being with each other. It's just a matter of kind of starting fresh in September there with, yeah, I'm excited and happy to be here, but how do I keep it, respectful and positive, and how do I build those relationships? So yeah, do I see progress? Absolutely. I also coach at the grade 6 and 7 level. Those kids are so happy to have the experience to be able to travel to another school and play a game. They're almost over the top excited. They can hardly contain themselves. So they get quite, this is all new to them. It's kind of sad, but there's progress.
Considering that, it's probably a range of kids over maybe 3 years or more that experience this. Do you think come September that there need to be changes to the way the curriculum is to sort of help some of these kids along and to be able to adapt?
Yes and no. I think that with a strong program where normally we would focus more on social emotional learning in September, getting to know each other, building a sense of community. A lot of people who've been doing this for a long time always start that way. We're not jumping right in. These kids don't have, I even explained it to the parents. I said, you know what? I did a newsletter home and I said, we're working on resiliency. We're working on perseverance. I had to build up their work stamina and their ability to attend to people. So would it change how I, no, not necessarily, but I think it's an important thing going forward, that that social emotional piece in September, when you're starting with a new community like that every year with a different class, it's huge. It's everything.